Have you ever tasted the exotic flavors of Moroccan cuisine? More specifically, have you ever tried Chebakia? Welcome to an exciting culinary journey where we explore the mesmerizing world of Moroccan dishes, and more specifically, the sweet, sticky, and utterly delicious Chebakia. This traditional pastry, often referred to as the rose of the desert, is a staple during Ramadan, but its rich flavors make it a beloved treat all year round in Morocco. It's a symphony of flavors, combining sesame seeds, honey, and fragrant spices, all folded into a flower-shaped pastry that's deep-fried to golden perfection. The history of Chebakia is as rich as its taste, with roots tracing back centuries, serving as a testament to Morocco's culinary heritage. It's not just a dish, it's a story, a tradition, and a celebration of Moroccan culture. Now we're about to dive into the cooking process of this delectable sweet treat. Firstly, we need to gather all the necessary ingredients for Chebakia. Now, the beauty of this Moroccan sweet treat lies in its simplicity. The ingredients are likely things you already have in your kitchen. Let's start with the basics. You'll need some flour, the backbone of our dough. Then there's yeast to give our Chebakia that lovely light texture. To sweeten things up, we'll need honey. This not only adds a delicious sweetness, but also gives our Chebakia that glossy, appetizing finish. Next, we have sesame seeds. These add a delightful crunch and a nutty flavor that pairs beautifully with the honey. And of course, we can't forget the butter. It enriches our dough, making it wonderfully tender and flaky. There are other ingredients you'll need, like cinnamon and anise for that hint of spice, vinegar, and a little orange blossom water for a touch of tang and aromatic flavor. Now that we have all our ingredients ready, we can start the cooking process. The first step in making Chebakia is to prepare the dough. The magic of baking, especially when it comes to Moroccan delicacies like Chebakia, begins with the humble flour. For our dough, we'll start by mixing our dry ingredients. This includes flour, baking powder, salt, sesame seeds, and a medley of aromatic spices like anise, cinnamon, and saffron. The key here is to whisk them together until they're well combined. Now, it's time to introduce our wet ingredients to the party. We'll need vinegar, orange blossom water, and olive oil. Pour these into the dry mixture and get ready to engage your hands. Remember, the beauty of cooking is in its tactile nature. So don't shy away from getting a bit messy. Start by gently stirring the wet and dry ingredients together. Once they start to combine, it's time to get down to business and knead. Kneading isn't just about mixing, it's an art of its own. Apply pressure and fold the dough, pushing it away from you, then folding it back towards you. Repeat this process until the dough becomes smooth and elastic. This might take about 10 minutes, but trust me, it's worth every second. Once you have achieved that perfect dough consistency, it's time for the dough to rest. Wrap it in a clean cloth and let it sit in a warm place. Resting allows the dough to develop that beautiful, complex flavor and ensures it's easy to work with when we start shaping our Chebakia. While it rests, take a moment to appreciate the magic of baking. You've just transformed a few simple ingredients into a promising dough that's all set to take the shape of delectable Chebakia. Next, we will shape and fry our Chebakia. But remember, patience is the key. Our dough needs time to rest and absorb all the wonderful flavors we've added. So while you wait, why not take this time to clean up, prepare your workspace for the next step, or simply relax with a cup of Moroccan mint tea. It's all part of the Chebakia making experience. With our dough ready, it's time to shape and fry our Chebakia. Allow me to introduce you to the art of Chebakia shaping. It's a process that transforms a simple dough into a symphony of golden, crispy layers. First, we'll roll out our dough to about 1/4 inch thick. Using a Chebakia cutter or a sharp knife, we'll cut the dough into a rectangle with a series of parallel lines running through it. The trick here is to leave both ends of the rectangle uncut. Next, we'll fold the dough inwards, alternating between each strip to create a unique flower-like shape. It's a delicate process, but with a bit of practice, you'll find your rhythm. Once folded, press the ends to seal them and ensure the shape holds during frying. Repeat this process with the remaining dough. Now, let's bring the heat into play. Fill a deep frying pan with vegetable oil and heat it over medium-high heat. It's essential to maintain the right temperature, as too hot and the Chebakia will burn. Too cool and they'll absorb too much oil, making them soggy. The perfect Chebakia is crispy, not oily. Once the oil is hot, it's time to introduce our shaped dough into the pan. Carefully slide the Chebakia into the oil, one by one, and watch as they sizzle and dance. The Chebakia will begin to puff up, and the layers will start to separate, creating beautiful golden petals. Fry them until they achieve a rich golden brown color. flipping them occasionally to ensure even cooking. The scent of frying dough will fill your kitchen, a tantalizing promise of the sweet treat to come. Once they're perfectly fried, use a slotted spoon to remove the chebakia from the oil and let them drain on kitchen paper. And there you have it, a batch of freshly fried chebakia, each one a little work of art. But we're not quite done yet. Our chebakia is now fried and ready for the final step, the honey glaze. The final touch to our chebakia is the sweet honey glaze. Now this isn't just any honey glaze, it's a special blend that adds a rich, sweet finish to our Moroccan delight. To make this glaze, you'll need to gently warm some honey over low heat. You don't want to boil it, just warm it enough to make it more fluid. While your honey is warming, add a sprinkle of orange blossom water. This gives your glaze an exotic aroma that perfectly complements the chebakia. Stir this blend gently until it's well combined. Now comes the fun part, glazing our freshly fried chebakia. Using a pair of tongs, dip each piece into the warm honey mixture, making sure every nook and cranny is well coated. Once each piece is glazed to perfection, lift it out and allow the excess honey to drip off. Arrange these glistening beauties on a wire rack to cool. The glaze will harden slightly as it cools, giving your chebakia that signature glossy finish. But we're not done yet. The final flourish to our chebakia is the garnish. Traditionally, chebakia is garnished with sesame seeds, and for a good reason. These tiny seeds add a nice crunch and a nutty flavor that balances the sweetness of the honey glaze. So, sprinkle some toasted sesame seeds over your chebakia while the glaze is still warm. Now, how to serve chebakia? Well, these treats are typically enjoyed with a cup of Moroccan mint tea. Their sweetness perfectly complements the fresh minty flavor of the tea. So brew some tea, arrange your chebakia on a beautiful platter, and get ready to impress with this traditional Moroccan dessert. Remember, the magic of chebakia lies not just in its complex flavors and textures, but also in the love and care put into each step of its preparation. So take your time, enjoy the process, and savor every bite of your homemade chebakia. And there you have it, delicious homemade chebakia. Enjoy this sweet journey into Moroccan tradition, and until next time, happy cooking. So in just a few simple steps, we've made our very own chebakia. We started with a journey into the vibrant heart of Moroccan cuisine, where we found the delightful chebakia waiting to be discovered. The journey to create this sweet delicacy began with gathering simple yet distinctive ingredients, including honey, sesame seeds, and a unique blend of spices that gives chebakia its iconic flavor. After assembling our ingredients, we embarked on the dough preparation. We learned the importance of kneading the dough to the perfect consistency. It's all about striking a delicate balance to ensure our chebakia has the right texture and crunch. Then came the mesmerizing process of shaping our chebakia. We transformed the humble dough into intricate rose-like shapes, a testament to the artistry that lies at the heart of Moroccan cuisine. The shaping is a dance of the hands, a ballet of the fingers, creating edibles that are as much a feast for the eyes as they are for the palate. Next, we dived into the sizzling world of frying. Here, patience and precision were our guides, ensuring our chebakia achieved a golden brown hue, a sign that they were fried to perfection. And finally, we moved on to the crowning glory of our chebakia, the glazing. A generous drizzle of honey not only provided a glossy finish, but also enhanced the sweetness of our confection. The sesame seeds, sprinkled on as a final touch, added an extra layer of flavor and texture. Each of these steps is a chapter in the story of our chebakia, a narrative that weaves together tradition, culture, and the joy of creating something beautiful and delicious from scratch. So, whether you're a seasoned home cook or someone who's just starting their culinary journey, we hope this guide has inspired you to roll up your sleeves and try making chebakia. Remember, it's not just about the end product, but the journey that leads you there. Thank you for joining in today's culinary adventure. We hope you enjoy your homemade chebakia as much as we do. Until next time, happy cooking!